Hello and welcome to a new Scale 500 news video here on the channel in unusual surroundings, I grant you that. But this time Herpa has taken me fully by surprise. Normally when they come with their new batch announcements, I do know about it a little bit ahead of time. Not always what is coming, but at least roughly when it is coming. This time I had not been prepared for it to be dropped today. So well done Herpa, I guess. But we do have now all the information, and I thought I'd share it with you here in this short little video. So let's see what Herpa is planning to announce for January, February of 2025. And we start off with a re-release, so we get a 001 version of a Delta Airlines Airbus A330-900 Neo. So for those who have missed that aircraft model the first time it was released, now you have another chance. Herpa will, however, this time charge you 45 euros for it. Another re-release that is in this batch is of an Emirates Airbus A380. The destination Dubai livery is featured on this aircraft model for a whopping 50 euros. But I must say I'm a little bit confused about this aircraft, unless there has been some changes to this livery that I don't know about. Then I can't really at least notice any differences of the previous model featuring this livery. If you know anything that has or might have changed on this aircraft model, then let me know, because I certainly can't figure it out what has changed on this aircraft model. Then we get, finally, it's been ages since we've last had any Bombardier Dash 8 Q400s from Herpa Wings, and in this batch we actually get two. The first one will feature the Air Canada or Air Canada Express livery, but can a Dash 8 Q400 in Scale 500 ever be worth 36 euros? Sure, I guess it can, but will it ever be with the amount of detailing that Herpa offers? I have my doubts, but that is the official retail price Herpa is asking for the Canadian turboprop. The second Dash 8 in this release batch is then sporting the Lot Polish Airlines livery. Also, this aircraft will set you back with 36 euros, at least if you pay the official retail price of Herpa, and who in their right mind will do that? Honestly speaking, I think this is a model that has been long overdue, but it is of course a little bit annoying that Herpa now releases this aircraft model at a time where it is actually not flying in the Lot Polish Airlines fleet anymore. Still, I think it is great to have not one but two Dash 8 Q400s in this release batch, because we haven't had any of these aircraft types for so long, and for anyone who wants to make custom models, it's great that we finally get a few more of these aircraft models on the market, so we can, well, create the aircrafts that we actually want to have. Now, what do you think of the models so far? Are there already some there which you say, I can't live without, I just have to get them? Well, why not check them out at the FMB shop? That's where I do all my shopping for new aircraft models, because they just genuinely have a really solid and good service. They have fair prices with day one discounts, pre-order discounts, and sales throughout the year. And if you pre-order any of these Herpa models, well, you can get a 10% discount if you use the code HERPA10. But now let's see what other models this release batch has in store for us, and if there are more models there that we just have to get. Then we will in January or February get an Airbus A321 of American Airlines, but this aircraft model comes in a special livery. In fact, it is the PSA Heritage livery. This aircraft model will set you back 40 euros. Again, Herpa's prices just out of this world. And unfortunately, the price is not different for the much anticipated and probably biggest highlight of this batch. Let me know in the comments if you agree. The KLM Airbus A321 Neo. I am sure this aircraft model will be selling out very fast, so my recommendation for this aircraft model is for sure to pre-order it if you want to have it in your fleet. Another aircraft model that is being released in this batch, also for 40 euros, is an Airbus A320 of Lufthansa. And of course, just so you don't get too excited, it is not a standard livery aircraft model. No, it is the Yes to Europe livery that is featured on this aircraft model. And Herpa has also talked about that they are working on realizing the other Yes to Europe aircraft. But for now, we get the Lufthansa livery with Yes to Europe added on. And they did also talk about that there were still some issues with licensing, so it is not clear if they will manage to do all of the Yes to Europe liveries, but they are trying at least. Then there's also something for those who are going for more classic and historic aircraft. Herpa is continuing with releasing 727 aircraft models, in this case the 200 variant of Olympic Airways. And of course it is a great livery on the 727. It's not my cup of tea when it comes to these classic airliners, but at least when you're choosing to make a classic airliner, that is certainly a nice combination of aircraft type and livery. Then, as you probably already have seen, as it was featured on the front page of the new Herpa catalog, it is the Sun Express Boeing 737-800 with the next Eintracht Frankfurt special livery. This aircraft model will, however, set you back with 43 euros if you are paying the official retail price, which of course again is just insane. But it gets even worse. Can you believe it? It is perhaps the second major highlight in this release batch, at least for me, and that is the Qantas Link Airbus A220-300 in the Flying Art series livery. This is an incredibly looking aircraft in real life. I very much look forward to see how Herpa pulls it off. Of course it is an elaborate livery, but I cannot see in what universe, regardless of it being an elaborate livery, how an A220 in scale 500 could ever cost 49 euros. So yes, it's not going to be the largest batch that Herpa starts the year 2025 off with, but that is kind of keeping up in traditions because Herpa's January-February batch is usually smaller than throughout the year. Now, a model that I also would like to mention here, although it is not in scale 500, is the scale 200-8Q400 of Sky Alps. The reason why I want to mention it is because, one, I think it is an interesting airline to feature, and of course, since they are featuring it in scale 200, there is a chance that we might see it in scale 500. And as they had 2-8Q400s finally again in this batch in scale 500, we might see more of this aircraft type featured again from Herpa Wings throughout the coming year. And I would say Sky Alps would also be a great addition to anyone's scale 500 fleet, because they are actually still using it actively in service, which of course is becoming a rarity nowadays. But that is all that I have for this announcement from Herpa Wings. What do you say about the prices? 49 euros for an A220. Do you believe it, or do you think this is, I don't know, I mean, it's a prank? It's too early for an April Fool's. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And as always, if you like this type of content, be sure to leave a like. And if you are new around here, you're always welcome to hit subscribe. Normally, of course, I do these videos in my HQ, but as I said, this time I got a little bit surprised by the batch being announced already today.